How's it going? So today we're taking a look at the OWAY Warrior Ultra Edition. So this is a brand new edition. Alright, so this bike has been out for a little bit now. There's a few reviews on it, but they're mostly about the 48 volt version. So this is a new 60 volt version with a 45 amp hour battery. It's rocking a 3000 watt nominal, 4500 watt peak. Direct drive motor. It's not an internal geared motor, so it's going to have more efficiency, less torque is what you can expect out of that. But right off the back, let's jump right into a top speed test and see how she does. Alright, so there's 3 modes. We'll start in mode 1, see how fast she goes. Alright, so mode 1's limited to 28 miles an hour. Alright, let's try mode 2. Obviously mode 2 picks up a little bit faster. Alright, so it looks like about 38 in mode 2. That's pretty damn good. So mode 3, since this is a 60 volt, I'm hoping to get at least 45 miles an hour. I need somewhere with enough space to get up to speed though. Let's see. Now since it is a hub motor, it's not the torquiest thing, and it's a direct drive, it's not an internal geared motor. It makes it more efficient though. And at higher voltages, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So the speedometer is way off. There's probably a way to get in there in the settings and fix it, but alright, so it looks like 43 miles an hour was the top that we hit. I think it's a little chilly out here. If we were up over 70 degrees, I think we can probably get a higher top speed than that, maybe 45. Now this thing isn't the torquiest thing in the world. I mean, the acceleration's okay, it's pretty good, but it's not like a center drive bike or anything like that. It's definitely fast enough to cruise on the street. It's better than having your bike limited to like 30 miles an hour. At least you can go get into the 40s, you know, it makes it easier to keep up with traffic. But yeah, 43 miles an hour is what I got. Hey guys, before we go any further, please take a second to hit that subscribe button. I'm really trying to make it to 10,000 subscribers. All the bikes on my channel that I reviewed or built, it all came out of my pocket. There's only 2 bikes that I've reviewed on my channel that I didn't pay for myself. So show me some support. Please hit that subscribe button, watch to the end, like, comment, all that kind of stuff. So she's rocking pretty beefy brakes. I think they're only like 160 millimeter rotors. And they could be a 180 millimeter, but it's got 4 piston hydraulic disc brakes here. Pretty good brakes. It's the same on the front and the back. And yes, it is. It's 180 millimeters. So let's do a quick brake test and see how she does on it. It's not the most scientific thing in the world, it's just more of a feel thing. But let's get up to like, yeah, probably like 25 miles an hour or something like that. At this green box coming up here, we'll hit the brakes, see how she does. Squeaky, but powerful. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. Not too shabby for these kind of brakes is what I would expect. So it does come with pretty decent adjustable suspension. You got compression and preload adjustable forks in the front, and then non-adjustable dual coil shocks in the rear. With the pretty plush seat, she's pretty comfortable, but let's go over like kind of the ergonomics and the comfort level. So the comfort on this is pretty good. The seat is actually pretty plush. Feels comfortable. The bars are just at my reach. I kind of got a slight bend in my elbow, so I'm not like having to lean over or reach for it. I'm pretty much sitting upright. The pedals, the position of the pedals, you know, obviously are not good for pedaling at all, but it's just for resting your feet. They're fine. They feel a little bit higher up. My legs are probably at a 90-degree angle, so you know, it makes leaning in the turns more confidence inspiring because you're not going to drag the pedals. They're pretty high up. Yeah, this is really something you could ride all day, you know, if you wanted to commute on it or something like that. If you had a 20-mile commute, you'd be just fine, I think. The suspension feels really good, actually. You know, it's not off-road suspension or anything like that, but it eats these bumps really good. It's got these big old tires on them. It's got the dual rear shocks, and then the front forks are you know, pretty decent. For my size, they work fine, so they're probably going to be good for everybody. So you can see this is a single geared, so there's no gears on it. I mean, these pedals are pretty much for show because you're not going to want to pedal this bike at all. It does come with pretty nice brake levers. They're adjustable. You got these big old reservoirs there. It has a front headlight, a brake light, and then rear turn signals. No turn signals in the front. I mean, one of my favorite things about this bike is this giant bag. You know, it looks like a gas tank, but it's actually just a big old storage bag. It just unzips. You actually have a lot of space in there. I got some filming equipment here. You know, there's actually a rear seat, so if you wanted to take a passenger, you know, it just clips right on. And then you got the rear passenger pegs that fold down. I think there's plenty of room for a passenger. I've seen other people make videos where they had their wives on the back and stuff. So the bike does not come like unlocked, so you have to get in here and take this cap off. There's just one plug that is not plugged into anything. You find that and the little thing it's supposed to plug into, and then you plug it in and it unlocks the power. Locked, it only goes like 37 miles an hour, but like as you saw, unlocked goes about 43, which is pretty good. The display is pretty basic. I know it's hard to see, but it's just your state of charge, miles per hour, trip, and that's basically it. It just has the Warrior logo on there. Like a lot of bikes, it doesn't have percentage, which is kind of annoying to me. I wish it would show the battery percentage on there. But you do have a pretty good sized battery at 60 volt, 45 amp hours. I'm not sure the exact watt hours, but I'm going to put it on the screen right here. You got these 20-inch wheels with 4.5-inch fat tires on there. You got pretty cool kind of dual sporty type tread on here, and then you have like the plastic fenders. So the assembly process wasn't too shabby. I mean, it was fine. It does come with like some extras that I didn't install. I'll show a picture. I had these wheel covers on the front there, but I really didn't like how they looked, and it was kind of cramped getting to the stem to air the thing up, so I just took them off. But it does come with them if you want to put them on there. I like being able to see the spokes better than having those covers on it. It also comes with like this weird like number plate thing here, and I think it replaces that light. I'm not sure. There's no instructions that come with the bike on how to install it, so I didn't bother. So you do have your 3-mode switch here. 1, 2, 3. You've got your light switch for the headlight. This button, you hold it down and it just turns the bike off. Then you got your horn, not very loud. Your turn signals, they're pretty bright. Not going to be able to see the headlights because it's too dark, but you do have your low beam, high beam, so you have the on-off switch right here for your light, and then you have your beams up here. So it's kind of like a motorcycle sort of setup. I mean, this bike is designed to look like a motorcycle. It does have like higher end suspension and brakes and stuff like that than you would get on a normal bike. 65 kilograms. Here's what it is in pounds. I'll just put it right here. I'm really not sure what kind of chain that is, but like I said, you're probably not going to want to pedal this thing at all. So, you know, it's just kind of there for cops, I guess, to see that this bike has a pedal and chain. I'll do a full range test in the next video. I like to keep those separate. So the price is $25.99 for this one. I think that's a really good deal because you're pretty much getting a bigger battery than a stock Sur-Ron. You're getting a similar top speed at in between 43 and 46 miles an hour, depending on your weight and temperature and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's plenty fast enough to keep up with traffic. If you've been avoiding biting like a cool 48 volt bike because of the top speed, so this is perfect for you. This is 60 volts. So you're getting like maybe 10 more miles an hour than you would get on a 48 or 52 volt bike. Well, enough talking. Let's just go do some riding. So one of the things I forgot to mention, it comes with like a key fob here. It also comes with those, I forget what they're called, but you know, those little cards that you stick on the screen and they'll turn on. I'll put the name on the NFC, something like that. Those things annoy me. I think these things it's fine. You know, you just turn it on. You can turn it off right here with this button, or you could just use this power button to turn it off. Oh yeah, by the way, it does have like, you could lock these zippers in right here. It's got a little lock with a combination. I haven't set up a combination or anything, but I'm not going to do it. But yeah, you could set up a combination here and then lock these in. So if you got some stuff in there, you don't want to take it out when you go park somewhere, you can lock that up. The throttle control in full power mode is actually pretty good. It's nice and progressive. It's not jerky at all. It's not going to surprise you or anything. So who's this bike for? I mean, it's for anyone that likes to cruise. This is a cruiser, and that's exactly how it feels. The power delivery, everything, the comfort. It's a cruiser designed just to putt around, go visit your favorite spots. You can easily commute on it. It's very comfortable. It goes fast enough to go on most roads up to 45 mile an hour without bugging a bunch of people. You're not going to get highway speeds out of it, obviously, because it's just an e-bike. If you're interested in buying it, the link's in the description. You can buy it through my store. I mean, it's the same price if you buy it anywhere else. You get the same warranty and all that kind of stuff because it all comes from the manufacturer. Ships, you know, within a couple days. You'll get it within, like, I think it took me about a week and a half to 2 weeks to get it once I ordered it. Ordering it from my website just gives me a little, you know, piece, not a whole lot, but if you want to support my channel and you want to buy this bike, you can buy it from me. Like I said, links in the description. You know, now that it's warming up a little bit, it does feel like it's accelerating a little better than it was before. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, it definitely feels better. So this bike's a little slower, a little less torquey in chillier weather, but once you get up above 60, 70 degrees, I think it's a lot faster. Whoa, it feels like I'm going pretty fast. As far as range, I think, I don't know, we'll do a range test, but I'm guessing 40 miles maybe, something like that, 35, 40 miles. And of course that's in full power mode. I do all my tests in full power mode. And I'm a heavy guy, 275 pounds, so my range tests are pretty much the worst case scenarios. Most people are going to get a lot more than I do. But so far, I mean, the looks of this bike is really cool. I mean, taking a look at it, it looks sharp. It's super comfortable. It's fast enough to ride on the highway. It's fast enough to ride on most streets. I mean, I think $2,600 is actually a bargain for a bike like this, a 60-volt bike with a 45 amp hour battery. That's a big battery. You can see I'm easily keeping up with traffic here, no problem. Yeah, one of the things I like is when you turn on the turn signal, it actually shows you the indicator on the screen there to remind you if you have it on. I don't want to go too fast because I don't want the cops screwing with me. One was just rubbernecking me back there. You know, in all my time, I've been doing this for like 2 years, I think now on my channel. I've never been pulled over or questioned by a cop once. And I do live in a fairly conservative, I think, part of Houston, in Clear Lake. People have told me the cops here are kind of more serious. There's less crime over here, so they have more time on their hands, you know. But I haven't been messed with once. But I'm not like a stunter. I'm not doing like crazy wheelies or anything, you know. I'm just like riding normal, and I keep to the right. I try to, you know, not ride too fast most of the time. Sometimes I do. The other thing I like about this bike is it's pretty much silent. Besides the sound of the tires on the road, which isn't that loud, it's really quiet. Yeah, I've been riding for a while now. I probably did about 10 miles, and I'm still showing full. I am starting to get some voltage sag though when I hit the throttle. So this isn't my last video. Like I said, the next one's going to be a range test. I think I went over most of the details. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.